Welcome, everyone. Today we're tackling one of the kitchen's most annoying greasy problems, and we're going to solve it with a little bit of magic powder. Okay, so we all love butter. I mean, who doesn't? But let's be real, it can be a bit of a diva. You've got the greasy wrappers, it melts if you even look at it funny, and it takes up so much room in the fridge. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to get all that amazing butter flavor in a form that's just cleaner, easier, and honestly, kind of futuristic? And that, my friends, brings us to the absolute hero of today's story, butter powder. Yep, you heard me. It's this super convenient, long-lasting, and frankly, brilliant solution we've all been waiting for. Okay, so what is this stuff exactly? First things first, this is not some weird fake butter substitute. No way. This is genuine 100% real butter. The whole trick, the magic, is that all the water has been removed and then it's stabilized with some non-fat milk solids. And that whole process turns it into this amazing, fine powder that still has all that rich, creamy butter flavor we love. And here is its biggest, and I mean biggest, superpower, the shelf life. An unopened can of this stuff, it can last up to a decade. 10 years. Let that sink in. That is an absolute game changer, right? Perfect for camping, for your emergency prep kits, or, just for those of us who are maybe not so great at checking expiration dates. Okay, I know what you're thinking. How on earth do you turn a solid stick of butter into a powder? It sounds like some kind of kitchen alchemy, right? Well, it's actually some really cool food science. So let's dive in and see how it's done. So the most common way they do this is with a process called spray drying, and it's a super slick industrial thing. Basically, they start by melting the butter and mixing it with milk solids to get this nice, stable liquid. Step 2, they atomize it, which is a fancy word for spraying it as a super, super fine mist into this giant hot chamber. Then, and this is the cool part, a blast of hot air instantly evaporates all the water. Poof, gone. And what's left behind are these tiny little particles of pure, delicious butter powder, which they just collect. Now, before you get any wild ideas and start throwing sticks of butter in your dehydrator, I have to stop you. Seriously, don't do it. Trust me on this. Because butter is so high in fat, this is something that can only be done with serious industrial gear. You try this at home and you're not going to get butter powder. You're going to get a huge, greasy mess all over your kitchen. All right, so you've got this canister of magic powder in your pantry. The big question is, how do you actually use it? Well, it turns out you have two really awesome ways to wield its power. Option 1, you can use it totally dry, just sprinkling it straight from the container as a seasoning. Option 2, you can reconstitute it. Just add a tiny bit of water, and bam, it turns right back into creamy, spreadable butter. It's like having two ingredients in one, the best of both worlds, for sure. Okay, using it dry is an amazing kitchen hack. Seriously, think about this. You can get that incredible, rich, buttery flavor on your popcorn, or on roasted vegetables, or on mashed potatoes, but you're not adding any extra grease or liquid. It's all flavor. You can even stir it into soups or sauces to make them extra creamy and decadent. It's just wow. And turning it back into regular butter? It could not be easier. You just take, say, half a cup of the powder and mix it with a couple of tablespoons of water. That's it. Give it a good whisk until it's all smooth. If it feels a little too thick, just add another drop or two of water until it's that perfect creamy consistency. Done. It's that simple. Oh, and a quick but super important reminder here. The moment you add water to that powder, poof, it's fresh butter again. So that means you have to treat it like fresh butter. It needs to go in the fridge. All right. Now for the grand finale, the moment you've all been waiting for. We've covered the what and the how of butter powder, but now we're going to put it all together and make something absolutely spectacular. We're talking incredible, instant garlic butter. And this right here, this is the big aha moment. The key thing to understand is that we are not making garlic butter powder. No. We are making creamy, delicious garlic butter from powder. We're taking two powders, butter powder and garlic powder, and using them to create the finished product in seconds. It's a total game changer. And get this, look how simple the ingredients are. All you need is half a cup of that butter powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a single tablespoon of water. That's it. It honestly feels like it's too easy to be real, but it is. And making it is just as easy. You literally just combine the two powders in a small bowl, pour in that little splash of water, and give it a good stir. And in I don't know, 30 seconds, it completely transforms into this smooth, fragrant, absolutely perfect garlic butter. And this is why it's so amazing. In less than a get it flat, you have fresh garlic butter ready to go. For garlic bread, for pasta, for slathering on a steak, for warm dinner rolls, whatever you want. There's no chopping garlic, no waiting for butter to soften, zero mess. It is a legitimate kitchen superpower. So there you have it. We went from a frustrating, melty, greasy problem to this incredible, super versatile kitchen staple that lets you make garlic butter in a flash. The secret is officially unlocked. So the only question I have for you is, what's the first delicious thing you're going to power up with it?